In a way, it ends where it begins.
Very insightful.
Thank you for sharing this Red Baron with us, Linda. It's so tasty, it makes me want to share something of my own. I didn't actually read the book.
Me neither.
I watched the movie last night.
I judged it by its cover.
I haven't read a book since middle school.
I'm secretly seeing 2 other book clubs.
And I can't even read.
I'm not really Gary. He just paid me to be here. Sharing Red Baron pizza can lead to more sharing.
With something like 5 million podcasts, finding a really good one can take a ton of time. So let me recommend one. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in each episode, we discuss topics that can be really helpful, like how to read people better, the psychology of crowds, or fun things like the story of Legos, or why you probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for horses. Something You Should Know is the name of it, wherever you get your podcasts.
It's football day.
The firm's back.
Hello.
It's episode 2 of It's Football Day. As you know from the jingle, I still can't stop listening to.
I like that the firm sort of is catching wind. We've had a couple of emails now. We're calling us the firm.
Yeah, I can't. I really should have written down who first called us the firm, but you know who you are, and we love you because that's really made me laugh.
Instigator.
I'm quite often firm.
Great.
Oh,
Thanks, mate.
It's about football, mate, not about your seedy,
firm.
grotty life.
I'm saying I'm a very firm, stern speaker. If I'm talking to the lads in the change room, I'm very firm with them.
You're absolutely not a firm speaker. You're a softly spoken boy.
You are. You've been very
seen
uninspiring
me
manager.
with the eye of the tiger.
You're very much like a... I see you more as a defensive coach than as a manager.
Ooh.
Sitting at the back.
We'll find out
move
if
left, move right.
We'll find out if you're a manager.
I
mate.
have philosophy.
Do you?
Yeah.
We'll hear more about that. If you haven't listened to the first episode of It's Football Day, this will make even less sense than the first one did, because we are giving updates 2 seasons in to all of our games. Rochdale is Cardy.
Yeah.
Coventry is Dale.
Push about.
And Real Betis Balompié is me.
Real Hispalis.
They're not Real Hispalis anymore. I did the data changes, which maybe one time we'll talk about doing that. But I don't know. It's really easy to look up in it. People are smarter than us.
Please tell me what everyone's thinking.
I can't.
Can Joaquin still run?
Fuck no. I'll get on to Joaquin because there's an interesting little.
Oh my God, are they all
tale
your
of
notes?
Mate,
You've got
look
about
at that.
7
I made
sheets.
so many notes.
I've got
like
fuck all.
3 lines.
Yeah, no, I've made the mistake of writing stuff down every time I find it interesting, and it's now a rod for my own back because I something interesting happens. I'm like, oh, I've got to open the fucking doc again.
I found the best way to do it is just like do a couple seasons, then from memory, what were the things that were really interesting or worth noting?
Yeah.
And I've just put them down. There's lots of shite I could tell you about, but is it interesting?
I'm going to tell you a bunch of shit. It's not interesting,
I
mate.
tell you, in my career, they should name a coaster at Alton Towers after it. It's been
A coaster
up and
at
down.
Alton Towers.
It's been a roller coaster of a journey. I've had quite the career so far.
Are you the nemesis?
Yeah,
I
I'm
would.
giving you a little tease. No,
No, he's oblivion. He just goes down. I think, like, just to make clear to people, we've all played 2. Well, we're all going to cover the first 2 seasons of our time with the game. We should have really accounted for the fact that 2 weeks is a really long time in Football Manager,
especially
and we all
when
get obsessed.
I had a whole week off work, so
Yeah.
I played a lot.
But hopefully, you're not going to feel too adrift. We all did our pre-seasons last time. I would love to know about the start of your roller coaster career, Cardy. Why don't you kick us off with Rochdale?
Come on, boys. Talking about lending me money. Let's have it.
My first season, I'm not going to lie, my first season was fairly dull.
I mean, you predicted as such, right? You said it was going to be a relegation battle.
I was predicted 20th.
Yeah.
So the board just wanted me to stay up.
League?
24.
24.
So they were predicting just about staying up.
Yeah.
And the board were happy for 5 seasons. Just stay in League One. Just stay there. Okay. Just have a good time. Give the fans something to be happy about. Be firm, but also have a philosophy of fun.
If you keep your aspirations low, you can never be let down, can you?
Exactly. If you never dream, you can never wake up from it.
What? Wait, does that make sense?
I don't know. It absolutely doesn't. I'm sorry I didn't talk for a while then. I was incapacitated by idiocy.
Well, I'll tell you what. I went with a 4-3-2-1.
If you're not afraid to dream, you won't do shit.
4-3-2-1.
So yeah, lovely. I call it the final countdown.
Okay.
I just came out of that now. Genius. That's the sort of fun I bring to
Wait,
the
isn't it
changing
the Christmas
room.
tree?
No, it's the final countdown.
All right, sorry.
So yeah, 4 at the back, then a flat 3 in midfield. With,
Central midfield, not defensive.
3 central midfielders.
Yeah.
You're insane.
No, I'm
Modern.
not.
It's very modern.
No,
I'm a deep lying playmaker.
You play more attacking than me.
But I thought one of them would be defensive midfield at least.
Yeah, that's mine.
No. Flat 3 with a deep line playmaker.
Yeah.
Just a central midfielder.
Uh-huh.
And then a Metzala.
Yeah.
A bit fancy for a League One side.
You
But
got to bring that flavour.
I've got to interpret that space.
They call it the
I need a
Rochdale
bit of width.
Spice.
Yeah. But then I also go with the 2 attacks. So the attacking midfielder left and attacking midfielder right.
yeah.
And then the one up front.
Yep. Who's your target
Wait, when
man?
you say attacking midfielder, do you mean winger?
Yeah, but attacking
but they're
midfielder
high.
left or right.
Oh, right, okay.
AMR, AML.
Wow, I don't use those at all.
Really? Oh, I always use
Oh,
them. Yeah.
They are crucial to most of my formations.
I've got inside
Especially if you've got
forwards,
someone
mate.
with a big head up
Yeah.
front. Then you got your guys pinging it in for
I'm
them.
all about inside
Yeah.
forwards.
Well, as we all know, I signed Kun Temenuskov.
Yes.
You still have
He's
to learn
learned
it.
I've learned it. I've had some time with him. I had to learn his name. It's only polite, isn't it? I signed him on loan from Leeds. I also had big Ian Henderson up front. Mm-hmm. Bit of contest for that one striker spot.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, in comes on a free veteran forward Ross McCormack.
Oh, nice.
Who
Remind me, I know the name.
Scottish
Yeah.
diminutive forward. Often scored a lot in the Championship. Never really made it in the Premier League.
Who did he play in the Premier League with?
I think he came up with Villa
Okay, yeah, he does.
a few years ago. I might
Villa
be wrong with
sounds
that.
right.
No, he was at Villa in the Championship, I think. But he's never really... He's always been hovering around that Championship level. He's like 32, 33 now, though. And I think he's had some injuries. He's slowed down a lot. But yeah, he comes in.
I know this is going... Oh, sorry, carry on.
No.
I was going to say, I know this is going back a little bit, but we had a surprising number of people who literally don't understand football.
Yeah.
Listen to the first episode.
Let me
And
tell you
I'm
about
worried
Ross
that they'll still
McCormack.
but after Ross McCormack, could you go back and explain what a Metzala, a deep line playmaker, and a central
No, they
midfielder
don't need
do?
to know, Joe. They're just along for the ride.
If you're hearing the word Metzala, you
already
want to know
went-
what a Metzala does.
I already went. It's more of a, in my mind
It's a
anyway. I interpret it as more of a slightly more attacking box amongst midfielder who can interpret some wide areas of the pitch as well.
He's a
Which
left
it-
to right shuttler.
Yeah, if you kind of have that.
You think that's
space
cleared
to
it up
fill.
for him?
But that's where I was playing Oliver Rathbone, a young midfielder, I believe was a Man United youngster.
Oh,
but,
Rathbo.
yeah, old Rathbone. He scored some screamers, I tell you.
Really?
Solid. Him, Callum Camps. Mm-hmm. And I've forgotten who I had back then. A third in midfield.
So you play with
It's a while ago.
you have like the full simulation of the gameplay,
Yeah.
right? So you know they're screamers.
Yeah.
So I never know if they're a screamer or not. I just know how they went in.
P-roller.
Good goals. But yeah, Ross McCormack, he comes in, he makes that striker spot his own. Couldn't not really do anything with his first season.
Did you get him on loan or did you
I
buy
did get
him?
him on loan. I did get him on loan. He chipped in with a few, but he wasn't what I was looking for. Ian Henderson, he scored like 20 goals 6 seasons in a row. He's now like 33. Dried up for me. He wasn't doing much for me. Bit too stationary. I like a bit of mobility up front.
Oh,
which
you-
is obviously why I've got Ross McCormack.
How many,
Age 33
how many
up
did
there.
Hendo get in?
He only got like 6, but I didn't play him all too often. He was more of an impact sub.
Okay.
Ross McCormack, 17 goals. That's a good return.
Yeah,
That is a good return.
just for League One managers out
Yeah.
there, if you're listening, Ross McCormack available on a free at the start of the game. He's
Exactly.
a free agent.
That's where
He's
I got
commanded some fees in his time.
He
2014, 11 million to Fulham, and 2016, 12 million to Aston Villa.
Exactly.
I like
And
being
he had a
database
decent
guy.
goal scoring record back then as well.
He did. He scored 40. Oh no, he
That's
scored
good.
28 goals for Leeds in his final season. there.
Exactly. But yeah, that led me to a 16th place finish in my first season.
That's pretty
Respectable.
good.
I'm
Yeah.
happy with that.
Yeah.
What was the Club Vision response? We looking
They
at
were happy with that.
B plus?
I think, yeah, it was around a B
Yeah.
minus, I think, because I'm not going to lie, I did slightly go over the wage budget.
Yeah.
But I gave them those 4 extra places, so what's a grand here and there?
Did you
agree.
not? Did you not adjust your income slightly?
I just didn't have anything to adjust though. There's no
Right,
transfer
you had
budget
no-
there. But I tell you, it's probably because I have brought together some sort of all-star coaching team. We already knew about Rivaldo.
Yes.
We knew about Julian Speroni.
Yeah.
I don't know how you manage this. Like, I was a League One team. I can't get any names to come with my coaching team.
I needed some attacking coaching.
Right.
I brought in, listen for the name, Premier League player, I'm not going to call him legend, Mikhail Forsell.
Yes.
Just give a bit of that flavour, you know what I mean? A bit of
Experience,
bit of
the knowledge.
ice in his veins, yeah. And also,
He's the Night King.
here we go. We need a bit of defensive coaching. I wanted to be solid at the back. Who else do you bring in but world famous chicken licker Patrice Evra?
Oh my God.
Patrice Evra up to Rochdale.
Can we, just in case anyone hasn't seen that video, can we just talk about the chicken licking?
And just sucking a raw chicken.
I just want to point out, Patrice Evra has some excellent coaching stats in this game.
Yeah, that's
He's
why I got him
very
in.
good. He's got 12s across the board on the regular coaching.
And he only wanted something like £600 a week.
He's got his punditry on the side. This is
He's
just
like,
a little
how
hobby.
much raw chicken can I buy for £600 a week?
So yeah, first season was slightly dull. I'm not going to lie. It was turgid, some would say. But 16th, you can't turn your nose up at that.
No.
Season 2, I'm given a huge £600,000 budget.
That's big.
Pretty good.
That's almost double what I had last season, I think.
Lofty ambitions.
I make quite a few signings that
okay.
also leads to a change of formation. 5 at the back. So we've got 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs. Then we've got a 2 in midfield, deep line playmaker, and a Metzala. Always with the Metzala.
You've gone into so much detail about your
Yeah.
history. Mine is so brief compared.
Then an attacking midfielder in support, who I signed, who I'll get on soon. Oh, he's a good player. Then 2 up front. We've gone with the 2 up front.
I love that.
Bit more potency.
That's proper. That's lower league level stuff. You
and
want
there is
to up
something
front.
just a bit exotic about playing with wing backs. There's something that really does. I don't
Yeah.
know. It gets the blood in my veins pumping like very little else in life.
There are so few players who excel at wing back that I never do it because I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm really gonna have to search for
That
him.
is the problem. Yeah, it's easier to get straight full
yeah.
back.
Luckily, my fullbacks were more natural wing backs, so that's why I made the
Wait,
transition.
so were you playing? Sorry, I missed the first. Were you playing wing backs and you're playing attacking wingers as well?
No, I'm
Okay.
playing 1 attacking midfielder in the centre and then 2 up
Right.
front.
Okay. Right.
So
So the
they
wing backs
provide my width.
are doing the
Plus, I've
the
got
job.
the Metzala, shuttling left to right.
I love the shuttler.
So here's the signings I made. 22-year-old Sam Hughes on a free from Leicester. Solid young centre-back. Brings a little bit of pace to the back, which was lacking. Little fact, he scored, in this season, the fastest goal in Rochdale history in 49 seconds.
Yes, please.
Which doesn't seem that quick. I don't know if they've got every stat from the whole
49 seconds is
120-odd
pretty
year
quick.
history of Rochdale.
I think a lot of the historical stats for clubs start when
See,
you
it's
start.
confusing because some do and some don't. Some date back to like 1920.
Also, 49 seconds is very fast.
It's quick. It is quick. But in the history of a football club, I feel like there'd be one
Have we
quicker.
got it on here? I'm going to have a quick
Maybe
look.
I'm a liar.
Record.
But he scored a quick goal. That's all we need to know.
Yeah.
Now let me get onto this attacking midfielder in the centre of the park.
Yeah, I'm tenterhooks.
20-year-old. I signed for 275,000. That's half my budget. I
Yeah.
forked out on this. But
You
it's a
believe.
very crucial position.
You believe.
He's creating the play. He's scoring a lot of goals. From Juventus.
Fuck off.
Or Zebra,
Yeah.
as they're known in the game. I like what they've done there.
Zebedee.
Hamza Rafia, a young Tunisian
Okay.
attacking midfielder. I had my eye on him.
Yeah.
I got him. He costs a lot.
How much?
275,000, Dale.
Oh, sorry, I missed that bit.
It's not Price is Right. He laid on a good 16 assists
Ooh.
in the season. That is good going.
Just want to point out, the game does not have Rochdale's fastest ever goal. So,
Well, there we go. Well, he scored it. He scored currently Rochdale's
That is pretty
quickest goal.
fast, especially
Yeah.
for Rochdale,
I like
which
it. I
I
like
can't
it.
imagine score that many
And
goals.
the centre back, we must have got a corner within like the first 20 seconds
Yeah.
and gone up for it and bang. So yeah, let me tell you about my forwards. I bought Kung Temenuskov.
oh, you bought him?
I
Oh, you
bought him
brought
back.
him back.
Leeds gave me the option to want another year of him
Oh, you
for
just got another
basically
loan.
nothing. And I
Oh, were
was
they
like,
paying his wages?
pretty much. I was only paying like
10%
something
or
like
something.
£600 a week or something,
Yeah, right.
which
okay.
is nothing.
Yeah.
That's Patrice Evra, a chicken man.
Exactly. He chipped in with a few goals last season. I thought in a 2 maybe he'll profit more because he struggled to play on his own up front. He's not a big lad. He needs someone to play with. So I give him someone to play with.
Yeah.
I bring in Troy Parrott on loan.
What?
Yes.
I get him. I want him, as we discussed last week.
Yeah.
17, maybe 18 now.
Yeah.
Irish international from Spurs. I bring him in. These two I tell you, Temenuskov, 22 goals. Parrott, 19 goals.
Bloody hell.
That's the New York and Cole.
That's huge. That is huge.
And they were 18 and 19, I think, respectively. That is just... the club wanted me to sign players under 23. I did it.
That is mad.
I did it.
Well,
And
you
let
got
me
them both
tell
on
you,
loan.
I was expected to just stay up. Only going to finish 5th.
Hello.
Did ya? See you in the playoffs?
In the playoffs. Who do I get in the playoff semi? Coventry City. Let me tell you about this two-leg affair.
Okay. Here we go.
First leg.
I'm psyching myself up.
First leg, we're at home.
Okay.
0-0.
Oof, tight.
It's all to play for in the second leg. No away goal. I don't know if away goals count in the playoffs.
They actually don't. Yeah, I think I saw that.
Let me say, it didn't matter. Second leg.
This is not realistic.
In the 3rd minute, I go 1-0 down. Thanks to Victor Adebayojo. Is he a current Coventry player?
They must have signed him in the game.
Yeah, there we go. Temenuskov equalises in the 29th minute.
Temi.
It's 1-1.
Tammy.
In the 57th minute, trouble. Zane Westbrook scores.
Solid. He's a solid player.
I'm 2-1 down in the 57th minute.
Great in the middle of the field.
In the 73rd minute, Temenuskov again.
Oh, my
2-1.
God.
Wow.
He's an absolute
He's
beast.
going to get a hat-trick, isn't he? I can feel it.
88th minute, the winner, Troy Parrott. We're in the final.
Troy,
Coventry
what have you done?
miss out in the playoffs again. How do you feel, Dale?
You said when they get to
Wow.
Wembley, they always win.
Oh, well, in the
Well, they
accurate
didn't get to
simulation...
Wembley.
Oh, is Wembley only the final?
In the accurate simulation that is my game, we'll find out what would have really happened.
accurate simulation.
But there we go. We're through to the final. We've got Oxford United. It's a massive game. It's not often you play one of the university leading teams in the country.
I mean,
except
it is when you're in
twice,
League One.
twice a season, yeah.
What's the Oxford nickname? Because Cambridge are the posh, right?
No, Peterborough the posh.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
That's weird. I thought Cambridge were the posh.
Who were the Tractor Boys?
Isn't that
Search for the Tractor Boys.
I can't. I'm setting up a new game.
All right, I'll search. Who are the Tractor Boys?
No, they're
Carry on.
Plymouth are the Pilgrims.
Are they? I love Plymouth. I think have the nicest kit.
Who are the Tractor Boys?
I've just searched who are the Tractor Boys. Let's see who we get.
That's porn for sure.
It's not working. The internet's not working. Oh, let's turn
Carry on.
Turn
This
off
isn't
the
important.
Wi-Fi.
Well, we're playing Oxford. Maybe the Tractor Boys.
Ipswich are the Tractor
Ipswich
Boys.
are the Tractor Boys.
Let's
Who
find out
cares?
Oxford
Let's find out
United.
who Oxford are. We need to know. This is crucial.
It's Oxford United, right?
Yeah. This is crucial. What is the nickname of Oxford United?
This is the kind of thrilling podcast that you're going to get in this.
Keep talking and I'll
spin-off.
get
I've
back
never
to
been to Oxford. I've been to Cambridge a couple of times.
I feel
I
like
like
I've been to
Cambridge.
Oxford because I'm watching
Yeah.
his Dark Materials on BBC.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah. My eyes have been to Oxford, but my body has yet to be.
My eyes have been to Oxford.
Wait, this can't be right. In the Wikipedia, it says nicknames: the U's,
Yeah, I think that is
Yellows, the boys from up the hill,
Yes.
as Headington United.
I think it's the. I have heard the use before. But anyway, we're up
Boys
against
from
the
up the
boys
hill.
from up the hill.
Thank you.
Wing back Ryan McLaughlin gives Rochdale the lead with a well-struck effort in the 30th minute. I'm just reading the match
This is
report.
mad how
Of
much
course.
detail
I'm
you've
just
got
reading
in.
the match report. We're 1-0 up after half an hour.
You wait till mine, Dale.
Advance forward.
Mine's brief.
Advance forward. Antoine Semenyo equalises for Oxford in the 65th minute with a good finish into the top corner from close range.
Good.
Okay.
Metzala, Luke Dreyer, on loan from Crystal Palace,
Ooh, another
scored
good
what
signing.
proved to be the winner on 69 minutes.
Oh,
Nice.
You're through. You won the playoff final.
With a confident penalty which went in off the post.
I'm not going to lie, I was rooting against you.
Yeah, you want
I
the
don't
drama.
I don't want you going up.
But let me tell you, it's championship time.
Okay.
Next time.
that's the next time. Isn't it? Next time on It's Football Day.
But yeah, up after 2 seasons. I wasn't expecting that. I was
very
very
good.
happy.
That's
'Cause
really
don't get
good,
me
yeah.
wrong, I do enjoy lower league football, but being in League One for 3 or 4 seasons can get tiresome.
Oh, yeah.
Get some drinks in, get some drinks in, get some drinks in.
Speaking of League One, so I do not have the notes that Simon does, but I have general notes. Can you remember my signings last time?
Troy Parrott.
I did make Troy Parrott, yes. I got Oliver Skip as well, if you remember.
Ollie Skip.
And I also got, what's his name? Sparkles boy.
Jack Sparks.
Jack Sparkles. There's a reason I can't remember his name very well. Because he wasn't very good. And he went straight to the reserves.
Back to Exeter.
No, he's actually, so I'm 4 seasons in now. He's still with me, but he's deep in the reserves and there's no sign of him ever coming out of it.
Sorry, Sparkles.
But, you know, we'll see what happens. Troy Parrott, though.
He's a good player. 19 goals.
Mate. Not for me, he wasn't.
What?
And bear in mind, I've had a lot of success with Troy Parrott in previous games.
Maybe
in
you
last
had him
year's
a
game.
year too young. Maybe
that's,
you went too early.
That's what I'm thinking. Also, what you got to remember is Rochdale, you were fighting
Managed
against
well.
it in your first season,
Managed
right?
well, yeah.
Cov are in a very good position in this first season. So I already came in with a squad that's like, you know, they're challengers already.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of competition. But I gave him about, about 3 or 4 months? Didn't even score a single goal for me. And I was giving him loads of run-outs. So
I
do you
don't
know
think
what?
you know how to coach him.
Do you know what I did, Nate? What I did, coach?
Yeah.
His loan, because I fucking cancelled it.
What? Jesus.
I don't mess around. If you're not performing for me, I cancel your loan. That's way precious wages. They weren't giving me 100% loan. Like, they weren't paying for it.
That's
so
fair.
Unbelievable.
That's fair.
It's true.
He's not
Whereas
doing it.
Oliver Skip, meanwhile,
He's a good player.
was fucking just in every game. He was there. He was defensive midfield every single game.
Tireless.
Getting like 8 out of 10 ratings in every single game.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Oliver Skip is the nucleus of any good team.
And you know,
You said that before?
I've just looked him up on a fresh game. That boy starts with 20 for natural fitness.
He's a fit lad.
He's a machine. He never got injured.
I've
either.
seen him
he
run
was
half
straight through.
marathons.
He cannot stop running.
Yeah, but outside of that, I made an odd signing or two. I got a
An odd
German
signing.
Yeah.
I got a German goalkeeper from Bayern. Cardy, you speak German. How would I pronounce that name?
Oh, it's Christian Fruchtel.
Fruchtel.
I've signed him before.
Yeah.
I signed him for Blackburn a couple of years ago.
He was solid in between the sticks. He did a good job for me. But apart from that, looking at my best 11 for the season, it's basically players that Coventry have already, to be honest, except for there's Oliver Skip.
Yeah.
And then Fruchtel.
Fruchtel.
I can't. I'm not very good at German. But yes, so where did I come in the league?
I'm
you
going to
ask.
say you came 4th.
No, not that good. So I snuck in at 6th.
Oh, well, you made it sound like I was miles off.
It was very tight, let me tell you. I think that from what I can remember, there was about a point or so in it, and I managed to sneak in. But I can't remember the details because I didn't write them all down, but I did get through to the player final. But the player final went to penalties, and what I did do was screen record that match. So those penalty shootouts.
Yeah.
So let's do a live play-by-play.
Yes, please. Right,
how do we want to do
your
this?
mic? I'll come around to your mic.
Okay. Does someone else want to read it out, or shall I just read them all
I
out?
imagine you win, otherwise you wouldn't be showing.
I don't know, mate.
Well, you never know. Mate, I had to press screen record before I did this, so I didn't know how it was going to go. Did
he's
I?
already scored one.
Wait, no. Let's cancel that. Let's start going. Just trying to.
All right, here we go.
Do you know on iPhones now, they made the playing videos such a pain in the ass. Anyway, right.
It's not a tech podcast.
Before we start, it's against Sunderland. It's 2-2. Hawula, he's got 2 goals for me. He's doing well.
That's why he's a club legend in the
He is.
future.
He is a
I
legend.
used to play him on the right wing. Is that a
Yeah.
disgraceful thing
No,
to do?
I do that. He's still with me now, and
There
I
we
regularly
go.
play him out on the right wing. But at this point, he was playing striker for me. But anyway, let's do this. So, first penalty.
Hawula steps up. He's got to get his... It's technically a hat-trick.
Hawula's not missing.
It's going very slow.
It's got it.
He buries it.
Got it.
No problem. Goal for Coventry.
It's 1-0
I
to
do
Coventry.
pause for a moment to speed up the highlights. Right.
This is
Maguire runs up to take the kick for Sunderland. He buries it.
It's good. It's
Maguire.
1-0.
Yeah.
It's 1-0.
Godden takes a deep breath. He begins his run up. Goal for Coventry. 2-1.
Do you remember when they were trying out the ABBA system for penalties? That was shit. That was
I'm going back
shit.
to mine. You
Yeah. Charlie Wyke steps up for Sunderland. He misses it.
Oh,
It's 2-1 to Coventry.
they're up.
But Michael Rose steps up. But only McGoughlin saves the penalty.
Oh no, it's still 2-1. Oh no,
That's 2-2. It's
2-2.
Oh, no,
No.
you're right. 2-1, yeah.
2-1.
Lewis Porter steps up for Sunderland. Goal for Sunderland.
Oh, it's 2-2 now after 3 each.
This is a player I forgot to mention. I got Fusa Mensah. Is it Fusa Mensah?
Fosu
Timothy.
Mensah.
It's one of those ones that I always read.
You got him on loan in League One.
Yes, yeah. Playing right
pretty
back
good
for me
going.
as well, yeah.
He's-
he doesn't play that often, though, because
He's
he was
trailed
really
off.
young.
He used to be quite the prospect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, he steps up confidently.
How confident?
Well, he buries it, mate. So he's
So
pretty
he buries
confident.
it.
3-2.
Here we got. It's going to be Abita. Is it Abita? Abita?
Jordan Abita.
Abita. There we go. Takes the penalty.
I do have a bizarre knowledge bank of footballers.
You do. These are all these sort of names that I read all the time on Football Manager, but I never actually experience in real life.
He can play anywhere along the left side.
He scores anyway.
Oh,
So we're
3-3 after
3-3.
4 each.
What's going on here?
They call me Young Motson.
I think. Oh, there we go.
He hasn't
Right.
recorded the end.
I did.
He's edited
okay.
it. It says Sunderland lost there. No, 1-1 even.
Jordan Shipley steps up. He's a good player, Jordan
Veteran.
Shipley. Yeah. Left wing, Coventry. He scores.
Oh,
As you'd
4-3 with 1 left.
And then the last
Who's
one.
up?
No, it says no one envies Dobson right now.
No one does.
No
He
one
must
ever
score
envies-
for Sunderland.
He scores.
Goal for Sunderland.
Oh, 4. It's sudden
It's
death.
4 and it's going into sudden death.
This better not be one of those endless penalty shootouts, Dale.
No, it's not. Sagnan runs up to hit the penalty. Goal for Coventry.
Oh,
If
this
there
must
ever
have
was
been
a
this must have been a tense train ride for you.
I can't remember where I was doing this. I might have been doing this at home, actually.
He fainted.
I paused it too late and I missed who's taking this penalty for Sunderland, but it says if there was ever a time to score, this is it. Goal for Sunderland. It's Luke O'Neill.
We're never doing this again, Dale.
I would love if you were doing this on the train. It's like, I've got to get off, but I can't. I can't.
I just want to be
stop now.
exciting. More exciting than it actually is.
5-5.
We've got another season after this.
You ready for this? Skip looks calm.
No.
He collected as he steps up. He scores.
Oh, I thought he was going to let the boys down. 6-5.
Oh, I missed that bit. Shit, it's going too fast. Basically, Sunderland don't score the next.
What an end.
Fantastic.
Oh, it was Dylan somebody. Where is it?
Dylan.
Do you know what? The way they play videos back on iPhone now is broken. Anyway, that would have been great.
Bob Dylan
if I'd have done it on a laptop.
Coventry are up.
Anyway, we got promoted.
In your first season.
First season,
Well
yeah.
done,
I mean,
boys.
to be fair,
Needed penalties, though.
it should probably happen anyway. Like, I probably didn't need to make many signings, and then
Are you
we
saying
could have gone up.
Coventry this season are going up?
Absolutely.
Oh, bold.
We're doing well, mate. We're doing well. We lost 2 games this season. We're in the playoff positions.
It'll go wrong.
All right. We'll see
Don't
what
make him
happens.
sad. He's got to do
Anyway.
more chatting.
Let's get back to my notes because I forgot what happened in
It's
season
championship
2.
time already for you.
Also,
So you didn't have a note.
Brexit. Let's talk about it.
Don't get me started on
absolutely
Brexit.
love Brexit.
It happened, boys.
I just shit Brexit.
How did it happen for you?
It was. I didn't read all the details just because I'm sick of the word, but it means work permits are an absolute nightmare. I can't sign anyone from abroad unless I spend like 12 million on them.
What?
Because
Jesus.
they haven't played enough for their country. It's a disgrace.
I've not paid any attention to Brexit in my game.
Did you not get an alert?
I got one, but
you're
it
in
just
Spain,
it
aren't
doesn't
you?
make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
For me,
done
I-
a little burp.
I forgot. We left the European
Get ready
Union.
for Sexit.
Oh shit!
We left the European Union as part of the negotiations. It has been agreed there'll be no changes to the current work permit
No
system
changes?
and no new restrictions on European
That's
Union players.
bollocks. I had the opposite.
Corbyn.
Well chuffed because I couldn't be arsed with all that.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do that.
You live in the
I
the
didn't help.
lighter
I didn't
timeline.
have that. Also, I just realised going from my notes, I completely forgot to mention I won the leasing.com trophy in my first year. How did Rochdale get on with that, by the way?
I got to the semi-final and lost to Sunderland in my first season, and I didn't pay much attention my second just because we were doing so well in the league.
Yeah, I mean, you got to focus on the league.
Yeah,
Right?
well-
I mean, it's nice to win. It's a nice day out for the fans. It is a joke trophy, though, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, season 2, Brexit's happened.
Yeah.
But we're all good, apparently. I made a couple of signings, crucial. Again, I don't feel like I needed to make many signings because my squad was
Really?
like pretty solid.
You felt like this current squad could get you up in the championship
For the
as well.
champ.
Mate, I'm feeling like there's a lot of strength. There's
I
a
feel
good
like this
backbone
mobile
in there.
version is a bit weird.
It's a bit easier, I must say. But I did make a couple. Anyway, Oliver
Troy
Skip.
Parrott.
No, not true. Right. Oliver Skip comes in for round 2. Had to
Yeah,
get him
you have
back.
to get him.
Really.
Loan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another loan for another season.
He said,
Spoilers.
I want
I
to
get him
work.
alone again the next season.
I want to work with that man. I loved all
Where are you
the
going with this?
cartoons as a kid, and now I want to make it into Skip and Dale, not Chip and Dale.
Jesus Christ.
I do love when you bring in a lone player and when they leave, you're in their favoured personnel.
Yeah.
That is one of the best.
You had
things in
such a
Football
good
Manager.
time. Did you like hang out in evenings, have a few barbecues?
I think the fact that I played him every game was probably like a big win for him because he's not getting much action at Spurs, really, is
And
he?
every week you went, God, I love your natural fitness. God, I love it. Keep it
Do
up.
another shuttle run.
Made a couple of other key signings, though. I got Joel Pereira, Man United keeper.
You love a bit of Man U loan.
Yeah, I did.
Out of interest, though, big question. Why did you not go back in for Fruchtel?
Because I believe Bayern wouldn't loan him to me for that. But I did.
why.
If I make a loan and on the next season, if there's an opportunity again, if they've been really good, I'll always go back
That's what
for
I did
more.
with my boy
Always.
Temeneskov.
But I also got an absolute Welsh wizard wonder kid, mate.
Okay.
Oh, is it Harry Wilson?
It's not Harry
Is
Wilson.
it Ben Woodburn?
It's a young boy.
A young boy?
He's a young boy called Liam Cullen on a Bosman free. as well.
Bosman.
From, I believe it was Swansea.
Under 23s.
It is Swansea, yeah.
It's a
He's
good
got a little
word,
smiley
Bosman.
face.
He has got a little smiley face.
Where does
And-
he play?
So he's a striker.
Oh.
But the only reason I got him is because I was just looking for some more young blood coming in. I'm looking for hot prospects.
blood.
He's 20.
And so-
Young,
that's
hot
young.
prospects.
And it was a hot prospect. I got him in. Didn't expect him to be starting
Yeah.
the season, right? From what I remember, I got an injury to, I think it was Gordon, and I needed to replace him. So I was like, go on, young lad. You can have a run out. He only fucking smashed it, didn't he?
Cullen.
He scored 29 goals in 40 games
Wow.
in the
Jesus.
championship.
And he's only, what, 18?
No, he's 20.
He's 20.
Cullen, imagine what he's going to be like at the twilight of his career.
He was, well,
Oh, you fuck off.
I didn't realise that until you reacted, Joe, and now I realise what
Yeah,
he's
it's
done.
horrible,
It's
isn't it?
disgusting.
Player traits argues with officials.
Ooh.
He's your
Do
kind
you
of
like
player.
that? A bit of
I like
spice.
that.
A bit
I like
of
it if someone who
cumin.
gives it back as good as he gets.
Yeah.
A bit of cumin, a bit of garam masala, a little bit of spice. We don't want too much, maybe a bit of cayenne.
What are you talking?
Carry on.
Anyway,
Two of those three things aren't spicy. Anyway,
Yeah,
carry
a
on.
little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, but they're not spicy. You're saying
Yeah,
a little bit. of
Spice. They're
yeah.
spices.
Leave it.
Tell me they're not spices.
Cumin's a herb. Carry on.
Spicy.
where do you think I finished in the league? Let's skip to this.
11th.
Better.
8th.
Better.
You better not have been promoted.
First.
Not first, no. Come on, man. That's not me meant.
Third.
No.
4th again.
This could go on a while.
6th.
It's sick.
Again.
Wow, he's done it.
And yes, Joe, I did get promoted.
Fucking hell.
Again.
FM Mobile is a disgrace.
Mate, all you need is a few key signings
Yeah,
and it works for
clearly.
you.
Yeah, like Liam Cullen.
Yeah. Well, I did change the formation a little bit. I went for more of a sort of solid 4-4-2, but
Yep.
brought the two centre midfielders back a little bit as well. So they're more. It's almost like two defensive midfielders. I actually thought my defence, I'm going to let goals in this season, so I thought I'll load it up at the back, and then I've got a cheeky boy at the front banging loads of
Cheeky
goals
boy.
in.
I love
It
what you
worked
want,
for
boy.
me. It
Did
worked.
you ever think of dipping your toes into the waters of the Metzala?
no, mate.
okay.
I'm like, look at my formation. It's as English as it gets, mate. Just
That's
keep
a
it
holding
simple.
4-4-2. That's
Yeah.
Classic.
But yes, I can't remember the details. I could find them for you, but I can't be bothered.
That's fine.
I should have written them down. But yes, I got promoted. But let me just say, I've
Premier
had
League already.
yes, I'm in Premier League. But let me tell you, I've had 2 amazing seasons.
Oh, is this a tease?
The next 2 seasons are fucking dreadful. Let me tell you. Turns out I probably got promoted a bit too soon.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so far my roller coaster has been pretty much let's go along at a steady pace, then a sharp upwards. There's twists and turns to come.
I'm
Next
looking
week with
forward to it.
Rochdale.
I just want
Not next week.
I just want to flash
2
back
weeks with Rochdale.
to what I said my 10-year plan was as well.
Yeah.
10-year plan.
I'm on a good trajectory. I'm already in the Premier League.
You want to be final of the Champions
Finally,
League.
the Champions League in 10 years.
Yeah.
And 2
Wow.
years, I'm already in the Premier League.
He's ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, that's lovely.
I mean, another 2 years happened, and I'm no close to the Champions League. But
Train's leaving the station.
yeah. But yes, that's my venture.
Oh, fuck off. You're having a bubble.
Joe,
Yes, hello.
on your 2,000 words on Betis.
Well, guys, at first I was doing it match by match, and I gave that up.
That's insane.
That would have been 76 fixtures.
I'll start by saying, opening match, beat Atletico Bilbao 3-1. Big love from the board. Borja Iglesias, absolutely busting heads. Love it. That's verbatim.
Is Iglesias,
I've written a lot
We
of
get this for every
assessments.
game.
is
I
Iglesias
was.
your hero?
Well, so this is interesting. Actually, let's get into this. Fucking Borja Iglesias.
Yeah.
I was worried about my strike force.
Yeah.
Playing my what I've termed the Kloppy Gagan 4-1-2-2-1.
Yeah.
4 holding midfielder, 2 central midfielders, 1 is a Mezzala, 2 inside forwards like Mane and Salah, and then
it's quite similar to
and
what
then
I
a
was
forward.
doing
Yeah,
first
very, very similar. You're actually more attacking.
Naturally.
Borja Iglesias absolutely excelled in that position as a pressing forward.
Nice.
I was playing a pressing forward. We are from the same cloth.
We are. Spoilers for the first season, Borja Iglesias, Spanish Player of the Year.
Wow.
Absolute beast. To the point where I have nicknamed him Borj Gullet because
Ooh. Yeah.
when he plays,
have
fans
to.
have a tendency to lose their minds.
It's true.
I'd actually forgotten his real name. The weird thing about this is, so you made the joke about Iglesias,
Yeah.
who's my hero.
Yeah.
He scored a hat-trick once, and it came up with Iglesias is top of the pops, which means there is a modifier in the game database for players who have names of famous pop stars.
Is there? I feel like I've had that.
I bet.
I mean,
Maybe there is.
That's mad.
I'll have
Yeah.
to look. 'Cause I'm
But they
sure I've
do
had that
have
with
some
players.
bafflingly specific things
Yeah.
for those little things. But I was like, oh my God, I want a Bowie regen. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
But
Is he? I don't want to. This could be coming up. Has he got a Spanish call up? If he's Spanish Player of the Year.
I think he did, but he hasn't. He's not broken
What are
through.
you doing?
Joe, can I ask a question?
You absolutely can.
When are you going to get to Phil Foden?
Well, let me get to Phil Foden. Phil Foden.
He wasn't your Metzala, was he?
No, he was an advanced playmaker in the centre of midfield.
Whoa.
I've got a deep line playmaker in playing defensive, and
You've
an
got two
attacking.
playmakers.
Yeah,
You're a mentalist.
I've got a double playmake situation because William Carvalho sits back, sprays it.
That's what you want.
Phil
sprays
Foden
it everywhere.
dribbles up
Yeah.
and
Have you got a
pops
Metzala?
it. Metzala's Guardado.
Of course.
He's
of course.
Guardado is the consummate Metzala.
And you can get some good Corona advertising through Guardado as well.
Does he do a lot of Corona advertising?
I don't know, he's
Are you saying that
Mexican.
just because he's Mexican?
Yeah.
Well, I've
love
also got
Corona.
Diego Lainez.
Well,
You get it on the front. Think of having Corona on the front of your kit, mate.
Mexico do also have a winger called Jesus Corona, I believe. So
that's lovely.
yeah, get him in.
Let's get to Foden. Foden absolutely smashed it. So I've got
Despite changing the entire formation to suit him.
that's what works.
I know, right? But I'm surprised the team didn't reject it.
They loved it.
Because
I also have Sergio Canales, who's very good. But Foden was playing it was basically squad rotation for those two for the entire season.
Right.
To the point where Foden's stats fucking ballooned
really?
over the course of the season.
really
and he won.
complemented his ability.
He won FIFA Young Player in the World of the Year and European Golden Boy,
Oh
which
my
I
God,
didn't realise
really?
was a
Golden Boy,
thing.
yeah.
Wait, how old is he at this point? Like 19 or
17,
No, he's like
18
19.
to 19, I think.
Yeah.
And he's already winning all these awards.
And like the reason I said the favoured personnel thing, he's left. He fucking loves me, and he now supports Real Betis.
What do you mean he now supports?
Well, in his favoured clubs, it's like Man City, Real Betis.
Was he on loan?
Yeah. So
With all these awards-
I did not get him back for a second year. He is.
So you've got Spanish Player
Hot
of the
property
Year.
now.
You've got Golden Boy. You must have won the league.
I came second.
Whoa.
Not
Second
bad.
in my first season.
What?
It was mad,
That's
right?
pretty good.
This formation is bonkers because I will regularly, at least in the first season, I was regularly scoring 3 or 4 goals. But on occasion, I would just ship fucking loads. Like every time I played a better team, like Real Madrid, that's 4-1, 5-1.
Did Barca or Madrid win the league?
In the first season, it was Real Madrid at a canter. They absolutely smashed it. I beat Barcelona in my 5th game, 3-1.
Whoa.
I switched massively defensive, and Busquets got sent off in 5 minutes, and I just dominated them for the rest of the game. It was amazing.
Touch of Foden, eh?
What else have I done? Foden absolutely smashed it. It was amazing. I found this young Ajax kid called Nassi Univar.
Okay.
Do you know Nassi Univar?
No.
Yeah.
He's 16. I got him for $1 million. And in the first game after he signed, a cup game against Salamanca, he scored in 3 minutes and became the youngest ever goal scorer in the Copa del Rey, which I really liked. I got
good
fucked in the
going.
Copa del Rey. It wasn't very good. And then, boys,
Let's do it.
January transfer window. Do you remember I had tried to sign Erling Braut Haaland from Red Bull Salzburg?
I do remember that.
Yeah.
All season he's been unhappy because he wasn't allowed to go to Real Betis.
Did you pounce?
I snapped him up for 19 million.
That's a good deal.
He came in, scored a hat-trick on his debut,
He will do that.
and then just completely tailed off because he doesn't speak the language. And Borj Gullit just absolutely dominated for the rest of the season. It was incredible.
Haaland is a beast.
Haaland's
Have you seen him
insane.
in real life, Dale?
No.
He is like, 6'5", built like a tree, but quick as well. Like, it's
like Groot.
It's unnatural the way he moves.
Okay.
I'll show you some highlights.
He's quite something. Joaquin wants to leave on a free. I'm not playing him enough. He's too old for my system.
how old is he now?
He's 37.
Yeah, get rid of
and
him.
And the problem is that he's trying to fit into a very stamina intensive system.
it's
I
not
mean,
gonna
you
work
never
for
know.
him.
He might rise again. He might become Joaquin Phoenix.
Shut up. Also, an interesting little bit of culture in the game. Steven Gerrard's now Watford manager. I don't know why.
I love those little sprinkles of culture.
He keeps trying to get Aissa Mandi from me, my right back, who's lovely.
I mean, again,
And
Wayne
like-
Rooney being Derby manager makes it not feel as bad anymore.
Yeah.
It's not as weird.
I've written it on. I've written on here. Fuck off, you big nightclub batterer.
I've got a little tidbit from mine actually. New Palace manager Claude Makelele. It's a nice little
That's
nice little touch.
wicked. I love that. He would bring an unbelievable stability to that club. And I kept pace for the whole of the season. Came second on the last day of the season. It was always Madrid, Barcelona, me for most of the season. Sevilla just.
I thought you said
Napping.
Madrid like
won.
dominated.
Madrid won, yeah. They were always ahead. Like I think they won by like 15
But it was it tight
points or
between you and
something.
Barca?
Yeah. So on the final
What
day of the
happened at
season,
Barca? Oh.
I got Barcelona got absolutely tonked by Atletico Bilbao.
Oh, really?
And I drew 2-2 with Villarreal and beat them on goal difference.
Nice.
Second place.
That's good, man.
Came runner-up for La Liga Manager of the Season after Zidane.
We had all had amazing first seasons.
We did. Borj Gullit Player
Well,
of the Season.
You went 4 places
Stable.
above where you thought you were going to go.
They also, weirdly, I don't know if they do this in the English leagues on here. There's a Spanish player's most goals. So, like, it's as if they've made something because
Yeah, they
fucking
do
Ronaldo and Messi ruin it.
Oh, right.
So it's like the
okay.
Spanish player with the most goals, which I'm going to call the Spanish boot. And Borj got that. Borj Gullit,
Big
Yeah.
Borj.
22.
So
2021.
You're in the Champions League.
I'm in the Champions League.
Nice.
2021. First thing that happens, Joaquin leaves. The fans hate me.
Really?
He went to like
Did you?
Al
You didn't try and offer him like an under-18s coaching position?
They won't let you. So if he still wants on the touch version, it seems like you can't ask them to take a coaching position. It's only if they've decided to become a coach. So I can't go, why don't you take this?
Oh, on the mobile one you can. You just say you offer senior players roles, and you offer it to them, and then they'll tell you whether they're interested or not.
I forgot to talk about this actually. In my second season, Ian Henderson wasn't even playing, barely getting on the bench anymore. And he was also, at the same time he was playing, he was under 18's coach as well at the same time as playing, he was helping out in the coach staff. I wanted to bring in Patrice Evra, so I had to get rid of a
Sack
coach.
him.
I had to get rid of a coach, and it was like, would you like to get rid of Ian Henderson as coach to bring in Patrice Evra? And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. It's fine. Unknowingly, accidentally sacked him as a player as well. Club legend.
That's mad.
So he left, and he did. I was like, oh, please come back, and he was not interested.
Not after the way you treated him.
I just thought he would lose his coaching position, not his play, but no. Completely gone.
Well, he got sacked for a chicken licker, that's why.
Sacked for a chicken licker. That would be in the Rochdale local news. The other odd thing about touch as compared to the full version is you can only sign staff positions for the major roles. You don't get like lists of coaches and scouts and stuff. So I couldn't. Joaquin's not a good coach.
No.
In the future, I had the chance. I'm like, I'm not getting him as director of football over Frank Arneson.
I'm on the lookout for a good sports scientist, if anyone. And
No, is
anyone's
anyone
interested.
but
ain't got a lot of money.
The start of the pre-season to my 2021 season was mad because Real Betis are a not that rich club in the grand scheme of things in La Liga, and they'd come second, so we look really good. Lots of high-playing players.
Yeah.
The world fucking comes at my squad. Like Mandy, Teo, Canales, Sydney,
Sydney.
Godardo, Loren, Sanabria, and
Jesus
Ruibal.
Christ.
All of those people are wanted, and I'm having to like renegotiate contracts all over the place.
Big Borge is safe though.
Big Borge stays.
This is like the plot of Moneyball.
It was nuts. Well, the other thing is, Foden leaves. He's not going to come back, despite loving the club. I'm hoping for like a 32-year-old Foden coming back.
Man City saw what happened, and then they're like, no
Guardiola's
chance.
Mate, he is
furious that you finished off Barca.
He's
straight in.
He's like first on the England team sheet now as well.
He's
It's mad.
probably replaced Aguero at this point, mate.
Yeah, that's true. And what happens is, I'm like, it's okay because Lo Celso's going to come back from Spurs. As soon as he comes back, Tottenham meet his release clause, and I'm only going to get 30% of the transfer fee because my finances are so bad.
You're still getting like 20 million there.
He rejected their contract.
Oh,
Lo Celso stays and has become fucking unbelievable to the point where, in the future, does not like staying at the club, but it's fine. Neither of you talked about Euro 2020. What happened in your Euro 2020s? Do you know?
That's a very good question. I was too busy thinking on a local level. I had bigger problems. Can I remember who won it? I can't remember off the top of my head who won it. No.
I'm just trying to see if I can find it.
Let's say England.
So, in mine, England came top of the group in Euro 2020, beating Germany in the second round, Wales in the quarterfinals.
Oh my God.
That's actually a route that could happen.
Yeah. And beating Croatia in the semis, go into a final with France.
France win.
I attend. I watched the game in full. You can click attend, and I just sat there and watched the game.
I've never attended a match that wasn't my own.
Absolutely shit Euro final.
That's 'cause you
0-0.
turned up.
0-0. Only 2 key highlights in 120 minutes, and then penalties that end 3-2 to France.
Yeah, right.
It was
That sounds
awful.
about right, doesn't
So
it?
France winning mine as well.
Yeah.
Good team, aren't they?
Yeah, but I've turned Phil Foden into a £64 million starter for England.
You
So
did that, yep.
That's all me. The
Call
only
him the
person I
star
lose,
maker.
the only person I lose is Issa Mandi, who leaves for 30 million, only 14 million of which I get, which is very annoying.
That sucks.
I promise I'm not going to be much longer. I have a pretty pragmatic transfer window. I got a loan of Kik Pieri, who is a defender
Young
from
Dutch
Ajax.
defender, yeah.
He's rated as a wonder kid. I mainly get him because I love that there's a footballer called Kik.
They often they say he's a centre back, but he's more natural at left back, in my opinion.
So I prefer him as a centre back. I've retrained him because spoilers, I've had him for 2 seasons now. I get unwanted Chelsea right back Davide Zappacosta to fill in at right back for Issa Mandi.
Good
Wait, how
squad
old
player.
is he now?
Like 29.
He's all right.
Fuck, he's so much older than that. Am I
He
thinking of
looks old.
Azpilicueta? How
You're
old is he?
thinking of him. He's like 31, maybe.
Oh,
now.
okay. Not as old as I thought then.
And then I bought a guy called Lucas Alaza, who is a left back at Boca Juniors, who has absolutely insane free kick ability. And I was just like, I don't
What you
even
love.
care if he's
Exactly.
good. I just want
anyone
someone
with like upwards of 18 long shot or free kicks. Get him in.
And then, like, pure pragmatism was just like, oh my God, I don't have this position filled.
Yeah.
I got a guy called Nikola Moro from Dynamo Zagreb, who's like a young deep line playmaker. And he's not rated that well. He's pretty average across the board. Everyone wants him. He just keeps... It's all like mid-table Premier League teams keep offering for him all the time. He's proper Norwich. It's amazing.
I just love a player with a long shot. I remember back in, I don't know, it would have been like 2003 or 4, like I'd always just sign Middlesbrough's Fabio Rockenbach. Wasn't a particularly good player, but he
Good
could
name.
hit a ball. He was Brazilian, you could just whack a ball. It was a poor man's Juninho Pernambucano, really.
This season is weird. So the first season, I'm absolutely slaughtering teams. And for some reason, this season is just all 1-0, 1-1, lose 2-1. Like, something's not right with the squad that I've had to bring in to fill up the
Not
good
scored
squad
enough
from the
goals,
last
mate.
time.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Your magic's worn off.
As I've written here, my beautiful empire is crumbling. Neither Borge or Erling Braut Haaland are scoring. I've got injuries all over the place because I think my high-intensity pressing system is coming back to haunt me. I'm dropping down the table, and I've also written, I'm lost in a sea of doubt.
Wow.
Then,
You okay?
January transfer window, Chelsea buy Borge Gullet for £60 million,
Whoa.
which would be amazing, except it happened outside of the Spanish transfer window. Somehow they didn't line up, and I couldn't spend any of it.
Oh, so
I
you
was
got them
left
that you
with
just sit in-
Erling and Loren Moron, which is his real name.
That's the annoying thing
But you're
about
sitting
playing.
on all that bank, though.
I know, and it does come back to help.
Yeah.
But
That's the annoying thing about playing in Spain is every player needs a release clause, and sometimes it does come back to bite you.
But
I didn't know that.
it has helped that Erling's left alone.
Yeah.
He's picked up a bit. He's learned the language. He's ingratiating himself a bit. I get to the first knockout round of the Champions League out of my group, which is very much
Who was
appreciated
in
by
your
the
group?
board.
Can you remember?
No.
Doesn't matter.
No one super excellent. I didn't beat anyone crazy. Bayern Munich were in there, but I got battered by them and came second. And then I met Juventus and got beaten 6-1 on aggregate, and the board did not like it.
No.
And the second half of the season's pretty uneventful but solid, and I come fifth.
Oh,
So
well, that's good.
I meet my Europa League goal,
Yeah.
which is fine.
You've kind of met your level there. I feel like you overachieved.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
Almost too much. A bit of an Icarus going on.
This is it. I flew too close to the sun. All my sweet boys got bought, and now I'm in a process of rebuilding, but with a lot more money than I had before.
What a tease.
The end of that season, the very final thing that happens before 21-22 preseason is that Javi Garcia, who's about to go out of contract, retires rather than leaves the club, and he dies like a man. It's just going like, no, I won't go anywhere else. I retire.
That's what you want from Joaquin, and he let you down.
Joaquin, at least, when he left, he moved from icon to legend. Okay. And now Joaquin's one of those people who comments on every single derby.
Yeah.
You know, it's only got for such a varied database, it only has about 2 things that club legends can say when you get to derbies. And it's just Joaquin going, watch out for Jesus Navas. Which is weird.
Question actually, did you guys get offered any of the jobs in your 2 years?
I never have. I've never even been linked. I came second with Betis.
I think
Have you?
I think in my second season Sunderland did come offer him, but I was pretty much in the same position as them, and I have no great affinity for Sunderland. They're another fallen giant.
Yeah.
Don't know about you, mate, but I reject every single. I don't even contemplate it for a second.
I was going to ask, what would it take for you to move?
I pretty much do normally reject every single offer.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's a cheeky tease. So in what year was this? I've screenshotted them. Oh, in 2020, 11th of October, I got offered the job at Everton.
Shit.
Yeah, can you believe that?
I like that.
Instant reject.
I would
was
take
like,
it.
No, I will never
you've
leave.
got to take
I mean, the only one I would
hate toffees. You're a fudge boy.
You are.
What'd you call me?
A fudge boy.
Oh, okay.
Delicious fudge.
The only job I would take is the England job.
Really?
I think, yeah, maybe. And
you
maybe
can
if I've
do
done
that
enough
in-
at Cov
you
where
can do
like
that
I
in
feel like it's not a
tandem.
challenge anymore and I want to keep that game going,
Yeah.
maybe I'd go somewhere else. At that
That's
point.
fair.
You can do that in tandem, though, can't you?
You can do that in tandem,
Just like
yes.
that actually happened in real life recently with Michael O'Neill, the Northern Ireland manager, is Stoke manager at the moment.
So weird.
That's so odd.
English breakfast, double dose of aspirin. You feel sweet as a nutmeg.
I'd like to ask you about what I think might be bugs in this year's game.
What, like people running 40 yards and then shooting into the side netting?
I have literally never had a one-on-one go with the keeper go in.
I've had a few, but yeah, the one that bugs me more is when people get into quite obvious crossing positions and then just shoot into the side netting every single time.
Wing-backs continually shoot from angles that, like, mathematicians wouldn't be able to measure.
Yeah, Pythagoras is looking at it and going, "What the fuck?
Are you a dick?" That's a crazy triangle. And then
I'll show you my hypotenuse, mate. That's what he said.
That's weird. And then I'm also getting way too many penalties and way too many red cards for 2-footed tackles.
Right.
I'm not getting a lot of cards.
The penalties, as in it's other teams, it's only
really?
ever once been me.
My games have been fairly clean, I think.
I get so I have written this down. Like I get so many penalties from always a left wing back cutting inside and then getting tripped up just as he gets into the box.
That's weird.
And I can't tell whether it's me being a genius
I don't know.
or a bug.
Maybe it's because you have VAR, don't you? And
Yes.
See,
So yeah,
we
I've got
don't.
VAR. Well, I've got VAR in mine, but it's always.
It's always correct.
It's always a cancellation.
Oh, mine's the
It's
opposite.
every single time. It's always ruled offside. It's always ruled not a goal.
So-
I've never seen it VAR be admitted and say yes, actually no, it is a
So
goal.
offside is always ruled out.
Yeah.
And penalties, I have never had one where it's like they're going to check if it's a penalty and they say it's not a penalty. It's always
So
a
it's
penalty.
the opposite for me. I've never ever seen it.
so
If
weird.
I see it now because I have it feeding back super fast anyway. So if I see VAR, I know immediately that wasn't a goal. Then and we carry on.
I can't tell if it's a way it categorizes key highlights. If if there are loads of checks happening in the background that just don't go to the
So I do
Go to the
extended
end.
highlights.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But I am a purist.
You are.
I like to go through fast. I like to get through the games quick.
But those are I'd love to know if anyone else has encountered those weird recurring things, because it just feels like I can't tell whether it's a tactic being played well or if it's the game not actually having as many outcomes as it should
Send
do.
your feedback to IGN_UK feedback at IGN.com with the subject line, it's football day.
Have your... Oh, no, you've gone further than 2 seasons, so we can't talk about that. I was going to say, have your goals changed? But that would be probably ruining your teasers.
I can't say anything about what's happening on my roller coaster of fun.
Lovely. I mean, what do you consider? I suppose, you both got promoted. What's your key achievements? You went up.
Back-to-back
I went
promotions.
up a good couple of seasons earlier than I thought I would.
Is that what you're proudest of?
Yeah, that and just kind of giving the people of Rochdale a smile on their face.
Yeah. I think Foden's mine.
Yeah.
Foden feels
That is
like
amazing.
a child now.
Yeah.
I think, if I can get Betis to become an actual world-beating team, which is looking increasingly unlikely, or B, if I play long enough that Foden becomes retirable and I'm like, swan song, come back to your green and white brothers.
I really want to. I've done it in previous games, but I really want to do it in this as well. Is bring someone up from my youth setup that becomes like a world class player, and then make them like a superstar.
Betis's youth setup is not producing the goods.
You got to invest in it, mate.
You just want to have a son, don't you?
Well, I do want to do
I'd love
that
a
as
son.
well. A son would be amazing, but even just taking players that right now are in my reserves team and they're like 16 years old and they come through with 5 stars hot prospect.
Yeah.
I want to see that through.
I do keep trying to hire Zinedine Zidane's son, the goalkeeper, Luka Zidane.
Yeah.
Because he's quite good, but also I just like the idea of him being forced to play well against his dad. And he won't come, which is annoying. But
Well,
that's our
gotta be
updates.
wary, because often before a great fall comes pride and joy, and the Icarus parable, I think, has never been more appropriate than some of this table.
Okay.
Should we do feedback?
Such a philosopher.
Do you want to do feedback or game?
Let's do the fun little game we did first.
Stand your ground and fight.
We're going to play a fun little game.
We're going to play a fun little game. This is our feature for the week. I'm going to call it Database Boys.
I was going to call it, who is this attributed to?
Who is this attributed to? The new hit game.
Let's go for database boys.
So in this game, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask, in turn, Cardy and Dale to name a player, name one of their attributes, and then guess what that attribute is. The other person then has to guess that same attribute.
Okay.
And if they are whoever's
we could have played
closest,
some sort of attributes, top trumps as well.
That's
Another
basically
time.
that's kind of what it is, right? Anyway.
and whoever's closest to the correct value according to a fresh new gameplay save that I've just served myself up,
Okay.
will win a point.
I promise I haven't looked at any players.
No, we're going
for
pure
stats.
from memory. The
And I'm
reason,
not going to pick any obvious ones that I'm pretty sure I know their stats.
we're going to play an honour system.
I mean, pick's reasonably obvious because I might not know who the player you're
but
talking
I'm
about.
not, like, for example, I'm pretty sure Harry Kane has 18 finishes.
Okay, right.
Don't
okay.
pick that.
I can't believe you know people's stats.
But then
I know Harry Kane.
the reason we're doing this where someone names their own rather than me coming up with some, A, lazy. B, I think, as we've noticed,
We've established.
Cardy knows everyone from everywhere. He's a freak.
So, just am I saying the player and the attribute, or do I say a player and you say what attribute we're picking?
Oh, actually, I like that more. Yes, that's
Yeah?
my part of the game. I
Okay.
choose an
There
attribute.
we go.
I like that
Okay,
more.
that's good.
Okay.
So who's going first?
Dale, you
Go
go first.
So we're saying anyone from the English
Anyone
leagues.
from the English League 2 upwards.
Yeah, okay. Lukaku.
Look,
He's not in the English League
anymore.
anymore.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
Oh, he's fucked
Dale.
I fucked up. Okay.
Is Jordan
Salah.
Lukaku?
Salah. Let's start big. Mohamed Salah. Okay. I'm going to go for
Don't pick like
Gotta
a
be like
random one
striking
like
or
tackling.
something.
positioning.
Oh.
Big part of his game,
Do
you
I
think?
do I guess first?
You guess first, because it's your choice.
16.
18.
Dale wins. It's 7.
That's mad.
This attribute reflects the ability of a player to read a defensive situation and position themselves accordingly.
It's the
okay.
defensive. Because there is
Absolutely
attacking.
done you.
There is a.
Oh, that's bullshit.
1 point.
I mean, and I won.
You fucking said you'd think this is an important part.
I think vision is the one you were probably thinking of. I think
Isn't
that's
there
how
attacking positioning?
It's just
Or
called
attacking.
positioning.
Surely
yeah.
the position should just relate
Off
to
the
their
ball,
position.
off the
Off the ball is
Yeah.
What's the fucking difference?
I'm very happy with that first one. Superb. Cardy, your choice.
I should pick someone completely random.
You can do. I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna go complete. I'm gonna go something. I don't go something you haven't heard of though, because
Okay,
that's
yeah. Come
unfair,
on,
isn't
mate.
it? Let's go with
I will also say what their position is.
yeah. Let's go with Leighton Baines.
Oh, I love
okay.
Leighton Baines, indie boy.
I remember I was at Everton or Spurs at Everton once, and the whole of the Spurs fan and Leighton Baines gave a thumbs up and a laugh because he liked it. Everyone was just singing as he was taking a corner. You're just a shit Bradley Wiggins.
I think Leighton Baines is great. He's described his personality as model citizen.
He does seem like a nice guy.
I think Leighton Baines is great. I wish he'd had more of a storied England career, personally.
Oh, well.
Now, we know he's a dead ball specialist, so I'm not going to go for that. Everyone knows that.
Everyone, Dale knew that.
You know what? Let's just go with he's a left back.
Okay.
He can go up the field. Let's go dribbling. What's Leighton Baines' dribbling
Do
stat?
I go first?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. You, Cardy.
I'll go with an 11.
Okay.
I was thinking a little bit higher, so I'm going to go 13.
Well, this is annoying because it's
It's
12.
12. So no one gets anything.
New one.
Yeah.
Concentration.
Concentration.
You forget some of these stats exist. Like, why would you ever look at concentration
We'll go-
for any
How do you
reason?
measure someone's concentration? It's so
I look
arbitrary.
at work rate a lot. and
Actually, yeah,
teamwork.
concentration for a centre back,
I look
maybe.
at work rate. 14. These are out of
9.
20, by the way.
They
if
are
you
out
don't
of
know
20,
Football
sorry, yeah.
Manager.
9.
It is 14. Bang on. I'm going to give you 2 points for that.
2 points for a
What?
bang on.
That's
Okay,
a bang
so
on.
is
That's a
that,
bang
is that
on.
the rules?
I've
okay,
added that
right,
rule.
okay.
How many were these?
We'll
we
do
doing?
5.
Okay.
James Maddison.
James Maddison. Young up-and-comer.
Covboy.
He was a Covboy, wasn't he?
Leicester
So I thought of him.
Via Norwich to
central
Leicester.
attacking midfielder, most naturally, according to this.
But does he fit in the England setup?
Now, he's rated very well. He's a midfield orchestrator, according to this. Let's go for free kick taking.
These are all 2 years in the future, aren't they? They're
No,
in your
this is
game.
a fresh,
Oh, this is fresh.
current
Okay,
save.
Sorry, what was that?
Free kick.
Free kick
Free
taking.
11.
16.
17.
Oh my God.
He's a big dog in the free kick
didn't know
position. That's 3-1 to Cardy. Okay, it's Cardy's pick.
Oh, it is. Let's go with someone a bit.
Go further down.
Aidan McGeady.
Oh,
No idea who that is.
He's an Irish winger.
Okay.
He plays for
left
Sunderland
winger.
now.
Okay, right.
He
33
used to
years
play
old.
for, Everton? Have I gone mad?
I believe you're right. He was at Everton for 4 seasons.
There you go.
Took a loan to Sheffield Wednesday during that time.
He's fallen off.
Oh.
He used to be a good little jinky winger.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
kinda-
your classic speedy little winger.
Okay.
But not anymore.
He's described as an experienced winger on this, which means shit and old.
Is he very much a Ryan Giggs in his prime?
I wouldn't say anyone ever thought he was that good.
What's his height?
He's, I don't know, like, what, we're
Does
guessing
that
his
matter?
height?
No, I just want to have a look.
I thought this was the attribute.
Sorry,
we
I
were
forgot we
guessing.
were playing a game.
That is an attribute.
I just like looking
Like
at things.
5'8", 5'7".
Oh, it's in centimetres. I haven't changed it. Never mind. Soz. 180 centimetres. Work it out yourself. Let's go for...
It's like 5'11", isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Technique.
It's me first this time.
Yeah. Technique describes the aesthetic quality of a player's technical game, how refined they are with the ball at feet.
12.
Okay.
10.
15.
Oh, God.
Aidan McGeady's still got the techers.
Always thinking they're shitter than they are.
He's lost his speed,
So,
but he
were
hasn't
we
lost his
given a
techers.
point to who's closest or a point if you're either side?
Point to his closest.
Okay.
Yeah.
But 2 points if you bang on.
Casper
4-1.
Schmeichel.
Casper Schmeichel.
Should we do 3 each? Because that gives Dale a chance.
Yeah,
at least.
yeah,
There we go.
you're right.
All right, mate.
Well, it's 4 and you were
Wait,
going to win.
this is my third one, right?
This is your third point.
Yeah, so and I get one more after. Kasper Schmeichel. We've gone goalkeeper.
I love that. Well, we've got to go with it.
I may be
We've gotta
teasing it
go with
because
sorry.
I'm teasing it because he may feature in an upcoming Coventry squad, mate.
Unbelievable. That's a very good signing.
That means he knows his stats.
I don't. You think I look at their stats?
I
looked at it once.
The only stat I ever care about because with a keeper, I look at the goalkeeping section and I look at if all of them are a bit high. Reflexes is obviously
you don't
useful.
necessarily want eccentricity.
That's what I want to know. I want to know what Kasper Schmeichel's eccentricity is, because that is the weirdest stat in the game. This attribute reflects the goalkeeper's tendency to do the unexpected with or without the ball.
They also
So
have
like Rennie
tendency.
Higuita
They
style.
also have tendency to punch, which
Tendency
is
to
quite
punch and tendency to rush out.
Tendency to punch. They're going to think of a more exotic way of saying that.
Well, it's punching brackets tendency.
What are you thinking?
Punchability.
Del? Is he an eccentric lad?
Is that what we're going for?
Yeah, eccentricity.
His dad was quite.
Ooh. His dad did like a last minute run up, didn't he?
P.
14.
I'm going high. I'm going 17.
16.
I snagged it.
5-1.
Oh, God, getting battered here.
Well, we're
Even
doing the
Heskey
final one.
scored.
Doing the final one.
Final one.
I really like this game. I could play this forever.
Yeah.
Someone fun. Let's
Go non-Premier League.
I did last time.
I know. Do it again.
Do you know what? Let's go with someone who did well for me in the past for Blackburn, Bradley Dack.
I love Bradley Dack. He's such a weird shape. Attacking midfield central for Blackburn. Ledge. He must be in their favoured personnel by now. Bradley Dack. An oddly shaped man. I want to know his bravery.
He looked like he'd fit in Keane, the band.
Bravery.
Yes. This attribute reflects how committed a player is, often putting themselves
Bravery.
into risky situations which may cause injury.
Is he brave? I always thought he was brave. I'll go for 15.
I'm going to try going tactical on this one and say 14.
13. You win. He's got a point.
It's 5-2.
I mean,
He's
there is
quite
the danger
brave.
he could be very tactical on this game.
He's quite brave. Well, there you go. That's our little game.
So ruddy bloody brave.
I actually really like this game. That's fun.
What do you got against journalists?
How long you got? The lying fucking scum who write anything just to fill papers.
Feedback.
Right. Do you remember last week when we asked for your
No.
feedback? Do you remember 2 weeks ago when we asked for your feedback?
Yes.
And we had 5 copies of Football Manager 2020 to give away.
We
The physical recyclable edition.
There we go.
Well, we got fucking loads.
Oh, my God.
It was mad. It was genuinely hard to pick.
Yes, very hard.
The winners-
we drew a short list as well at one point.
Yes.
Just so you know, like, because we do our weekly podcast as well on a Friday. If you don't listen to that, you should. I don't know if you've just
Imagine
stumbled across
not
this one.
listening
You might.
to this and not
Some
that.
people might.
I think I know a couple of people who have done
Oh,
that.
really?
But yeah, we normally maybe get a handful, maybe like 5 to 10.
Pretend we get loads.
No, I'm being honest. We get maybe 5 to 10 emails a week on that one.
Yeah.
This one we got like 57 in one episode.
It was so good.
All we have to do is give away something free every week.
Well, guess what? We've got 3 copies of Football Manager to give away for the
What?
next 4 episodes.
Technically, every podcast is free, so we're giving that away for free. As
we are.
entertainment.
We're giving away more for free.
They don't have to write in there.
So what we're going to
Please
do, the winners have, or should have, if I have been informed correctly, should have all received their copies of Football Manager
Let us know
2020
if you
by now.
didn't receive them.
I'm pretty sure
And don't
they
lie.
did. I saw at least
don't
one person.
lie.
Don't
You're not
lie.
getting two.
Can I have another 4 just to be certain?
Because I can literally check. It's fine. We're going to read out the 5 winners' feedback. There's some long ones in here, but there's some very good stories. Because all we did last time was ask for your favourite stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this week, we're giving away copies to people with the best stories about regens in the game.
Yeah.
The created characters that appear to fill out the database while once players retire after the first season. And become an increasingly emotional part of your game as you go through. Getting attached to weird computer-generated
We
portraits.
have 3 copies to give away this time.
3 copies. Because frankly, this is too much feedback to read.
Cardy,
No.
give us an example of what a name should sound like.
Like Wiggly Bispo.
Wiggly Bispo is our favourite regen that we've come across.
I had
So
another one.
we do a video series called IGN Comments, and we have a template that I've built for the lower third on that, and
Yeah.
the default name on there is Wiggly Bispo.
I
And
love
it'll always be
Wiggly
Wiggly
Bispo.
Bispo.
I've already started building
legend.
a regen story in my game but it is not someone at my club. It is a 17-year-old French striker who got the top scorer at the Under-18s World Cup in 2020, I believe. And I tried desperately to sign, eventually getting a bid accepted for 10 million when he was 250,000 rated. I was like, I want him. He's like 5-star potential. So I was like, I'll take it. He turned down my contract. His agent was just like, no, he's got to be a squad player, not a hot prospect. And just immediately turned me down.
Player? Why don't you just give in?
Because he wasn't going to play in the squad.
Yeah, but you lied to get him in.
A little white lie.
Well, I'm an honest man.
Put him in
and he
the
turned me
Cup
down.
Squad.
Then fucking Juventus get a £2.8 million bid accepted, and he goes
he
straight
wants to go there.
But
he wanted to come to me.
The game's mad like that sometimes with money.
Really?
It'll be like, I find sometimes it will, reject really high bids, but then accept really low ones. And it's not the player making that decision.
But they might have accepted it, and you don't know what the clause... There might have been a clause like a 50% buy on.
That's true.
I'm going to watch this kid's career. And the thing about regens in Football Manager is they can have madder injuries and madder reasons for for things going wrong.
Yeah.
For instance, someone sent in a golf buggy crash was the reason for one of their injuries in the game recently.
That's good.
And I really hope he's killed in a plane crash.
You never told us. Did you tell us his name?
I think he's called like Roland Bertre.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Not sure. Don't like him.
Okay.
You know what, Dale? You can read the first one because I remember you liking this one.
I liked them all.
This was from Joe Swanson, and if I remember correctly, it was not. And he says not the Family Guy Joe Swanson.
Yeah.
This was subject headed. Fuck Dean Ashton.
That's right. Fuck Dean Ashton. Evening,
I feel
boys.
sorry for Dean Ashton.
First time writing into anything, but how could I not? So I'm at Sheffield Hallam Is it Hallam?
Yeah.
University favouring... Sorry, I'll start that again. So I'm at Sheffield Hallam Uni favouring Championship Manager 1999 to 2000.
Ledge.
Still in my eyes, the greatest version. I think it's like the version that you spent the most hours on when you were young,
Absolutely.
right? I look at I think it was 94, 95, and I think it's a pinnacle.
Yeah.
But if I go back now, it's probably...
Batistuta was in it. That's how I rate it. Was Batistuta in it?
Baggio.
Me and my mate Chris pull names out of a hat. I get Coventry City. Relevant. He gets Arsenal. But hey-ho, everyone loves an underdog. One season in, he's...
Arsenal?
One season in, he's bossing the league and wins the double. I finish a respectable 10th purely due to my inspired double signing of Dean Ashton from West Ham fame and the greatest player never to make it in real life, Cherno Samba.
Oh, Cherno.
If you know, you know. My mate Chris starts throwing his money around in pre-season, offers 10 million for each of my attacking talents. Both young lads with Samba and Ashton scoring 20 and 21 respectively in our maiden season.
It's almost like,
a parrot and
Teminus Cuff and Parrot combo. The old teepee.
Paratuskov. That's what they call him. It's
The
like
old
Brangelina.
The old teepee. That's what they call it.
I accept 10 million for Samba. I'm no mug. I've seen Ashton in real life. He looks a player. It must be a lucky season for young Cherno. Long story short, Ashton picks up an injury that keeps him out for 12 months, second game of the season.
So close.
12 months, second
He was out
game
for longer
in.
than that in real life.
Yeah, I suppose.
Never finds his form, never scores more than 5 goals a season until I let him go on a free transfer in his mid-20s. Samba, under my mate's shockingly lazy management, I mean, he never even added arrows to the tactics board. Rookie.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Went on to score 40 plus goals every year for what I think was about 10 seasons. He captained England to 2 World Cup victories, who my mate Chris now dual managed and was inexplicably sold for 168 million in his early 30s. In his 30s.
And in 99.
Wow.
I got sacked from my Coventry whilst dicing with relegation, took a job at several lower league clubs before my reputation plummeted to so low I never got another job, and I would play Call of Duty through gritted teeth as my so-called mates smugly won everything. So I sometimes say in real life there's nothing I wouldn't do. So I sometimes say in real life there's nothing I wouldn't do for 10 million. Well, I would sell Cherno Sambo again. Yeah. P.S. On the rare occasion Dean Ashton's stupid little face shows up on Sky Sports, I still get mad. Much love, Jay.
I do love the effect.
He didn't want his career ruined.
Fuck Dean Ashton.
This is easily the longest of the feedback we got, but I loved every bit of this from Jake Botterill. Dearest gentlemen, I bring to you today a story of... I should also point out that the sheer level of creative writing work in some of these is incredible.
Some of them were so long.
It brings out turn of phrase in people.
It really does.
Yeah. This where the firm comes from.
This one was great. I bring to you today a story of paternal trouble that rivals anything you may have read in literature of old.
This one was good.
This is a tale as old as time, but yet is as fresh as the morning dew. But perhaps that's because it still hurts my soul every time I dare to cast my mind back to that time. Cast your mind back a few years. I was the manager of Fulham. I don't remember that. My career didn't start off too well, I shall admit. But before too long, things were looking up.
Is this from Felix Magath?
It is. And Fulham became a force to be reckoned with in the Premier League. Is he the one that made people put cheese on their wounds? Yeah. Winning the FA Cup and climbing the table, I thought things couldn't get much better, but oh, sweet Lord, I was wrong. What's this? A son was born unto me, and that's where this tale of joy and tragedy really begins.
Oh, no.
God. Now that I was a father, something awoke inside of me. No sixth place was good enough for me, and the FA Cup, it just didn't cut it. You already know what I wanted. Yeah. I set my sights on the league trophy itself.
Go on, lad.
My son was developing his career, and I needed my little champion to be proud of his old papa. It wasn't easy, but somehow through tireless efforts and the ever-persistent love of my little man, I did it.
My little man? That could mean something else.
That's what my family refer to penises as. Fulham were Premier League champions, and life was sweet. I was content. I had completed my mission. But as we all know, an idle mind can lead to man's downfall.
Especially if you've got a little man to play with.
Having completed my mission and securing my son's admiration, I didn't know where to turn. Then one day the offer of management at Manchester City dropped at my feet.
Ooh.
Fancying a new challenge and feeling that I had at long last earned this place among Europe's elite, I took the job. Now, you may call this nepotism, but I call it love. My first act as manager was to sign my son. He'd become quite the player. Dare I say, I felt he would fit in well with my renaissance of the Sky Blue Boys.
I mean, can you imagine playing Football Manager, getting a son and not trying to sign him?
I know.
That'd be weird, wouldn't it?
That's why Steve Bruce is all right for continuing to sign his own son. If only I could say the story ends here with a happy ending of us ruling Manchester together. But as we know, the world is an oh-so-cruel mistress. Yeah. And my happy was about to be... And my happiness was about to be subbed off.
Oh, no.
My son, Ray...
Ray
Borrell. Raymond. If you haven't watched the trailer for The Gentleman by Guy Ritchie, the upcoming film, it's very funny. Raymond. My son, Ray, turned down my transfer Turned down my transfer offer. At first, I just thought this was classic Ray. What
Ray.
A joker he is.
Ray.
Little did I know, the little scamp had a darker plan in motion. The heir to my empire signed for Manchester United, and as you can imagine, broke my heart clean in two.
I thought this was going to be some sort of Odyssean,
But I never let it show. As a little Manchester down-and-out band once said, don't look back in anger. I wasn't going to let this betrayal stop me, so I kept going. Now, this season was a tight one between my gentlemen of the Etihad and those fools over at Trafford. My son was doing very well, and this stung me, for I kept yearning for what could have been. As I say, the season was very tight, so tight that it came down to the final day. Prepare yourselves.
Oh, no.
Our journey is almost at its end, and the knife is yet to be plunged into my chest. On the final day, it all came down to goal difference. And who was it that scored the goal that lifted those Red Devils above my sweet princes? I don't need to say, do I?
Classic Ray.
You can tell already, not only by my tone, but the tears undoubtedly rolling down your faces.
I'm struggling.
It was my son, my Ray. Of course, I'm not a monster. I was proud, but I was brought here for a reason. I failed. All I could think was that I would have to have Christmas dinner with this fiend, and he would try and console me, but to no avail. Our relationship would never be the same, and neither was my managing career. It didn't go well from then on at City, and I ended up moving to Valencia, but I never reached those heights of the Fulham days. Ray, though, he won the World Cup and became a Manchester United icon.
Ledge.
I'm happy for him. Yeah. Really, I am. But as long as I draw breath, I will always dream of what could have been if he'd only held my hand as we walked into the sun.
Should have broke the bank for him, mate.
So there it is, a story of true happiness and the deepest sadness a man can know. Learn from this, boys. Not all children can be as loyal as Donovan.
Yeah. Donovan was loyal.
Donovan. All the best, Jake Botterill, a relic of his own glory days. You're a legend, mate.
Right, that was amazing. What a journey.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Well, we got 3 more to do.
Oh, okay.
They're not all as long as that, though, right?
Oh.
No, that's the longest.
Okay, yeah.
I've got one from Daniel Charles.
Oh, Danny.
Hello.
He says, all right, guys.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, Danny.
Love the podcast. Really funny. And
Cheers,
looking
mate.
forward to hearing how your seasons play out. Not for me to say.
Yeah.
Well, you've said 2.
Yeah, that's true. Whilst my story isn't for Football Manager exclusively,
What?
it is a football management game.
Okay.
We accepted this. You know this.
I imagine it's like, it's God of War.
Back in 2000, EA had a game called FA Premier League Football Manager 2000. I used to have both of them because I'm a sad bastard.
Yeah.
You are.
But it was basically Football Manager, but less good. But at that point, it was good because you could watch the matches as if they were FIFA.
Yes.
Back when Football Manager was still only text and they didn't have a 3D match engine.
I think they had the dots,
they
didn't
would have had the dots, yeah.
Yeah, I like that you review games for us and you just said better than Football Manager but less good. Is that your
I
review,
say that?
mate? Yeah, that's what you said.
I lost track.
I don't know. I didn't review this. Which I still hold to this day. He says that FA Premier League Football Manager 2000, which I still hold to this day as being one of the best Football Manager games. I remember enjoying it. I remember signing, for some reason, playing as Wolves and signing Patrick Berger, and he was just a machine.
Ooh.
There you go. That's the things I remember. Well, I sometimes do wonder what I've done with my life.
I know, it's incredible.
Days.
While searching for some youngsters to bring to the team I was managing at the time, I came across a 16-year-old player called Luke Webb. I can't recall who he played for at the time, but he had really great stats for a youngster, so I signed him up. Upon searching again, I came across another player called Luke Webb, again 16 and with great stats. I thought this must have been a glitch, so I signed him again.
Yes, please.
I must have done this another 2 times, but every time they ended up in my team. I decided to search for the name Luke Webb within the game, and I got back about 35 results of this player called Luke Webb. All different positions,
Nice.
all different ages, but with great stats. I immediately put in an offer and signed them all, and I can tell you, Luke Webb FC went on to dominate the league for seasons, picking up all the domestic and international trophies. Keep up the good work, guys. From Daniel.
I feel like that last bit is an extension of the truth.
I don't know. But the thing is, if it is a
If they
bug
all had great
that's-
stats.
if it's a bug that's creating a generated player called Luke Webb over and over
But
again,
it's putting him in different positions every time.
well, maybe it has.
can do.
I don't know. It could be a bug that's
Yeah.
out there.
Let me
sure.
go. That FA Premier League Football Manager was nowhere near as polished
Yeah.
Oh, right,
or
yeah,
detailed as Football
I-
or
it could have been a
Championship
glitch.
Manager.
I was
at
just
the time.
imprinting that name
I
into
would
the players.
love to know if you can make a proper Football Manager team of people with the same name
And not get fired
in 2020
as well.
There must be a really common name.
That's
out there.
good, that is.
Ray Botterill, the Betrayers FC.
There must be like, yeah, a common name they could get. Like, I've seen players pop up.
Like something Jones. If you go to Wales,
seen,
there's a
like-
lot of Jones.
Yeah.
I've seen like players like Fernandez, like that popped. I see players ex Fernandez all the time
Yeah.
popping up.
Yeah, maybe you could make
Silver.
just a
There's got to
family
be loads
team.
of Silvers and like
Maybe not Luke Webb, but I reckon you could make a team that looked like it was all one family that played together.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Right, how do you want to do this, Joe? Do you want the last one?
I don't mind.
Or
You
shall
do
I
what you
this
want.
one? I'll just grab this one then. This is from Andy Northedge. Northedge? Hello, chaps, or should I say gaffers?
yeah,
We're
go
the
on.
firm now, but that's
Yeah,
all
the
right.
firm, yeah. I thought I'd get in touch regarding my favourite memory from Football Championship Manager save. Back in 2002, I played my first Championship Manager, as it was known back then, and started a career with Roma. I was a rather big fan of Totti and the Argentina goal machine Batistuta, who were both on the books at the time.
Roma have always been my Italian team. I never really supported Italian team, but I just loved that kit so much. I love that
Roma
colour.
a close second to Fiorentina for me.
Yeah.
I love Fiorentina.
I was a big Totti boy as well.
Big Totti boy. I just love Fiorentina. They're beautiful.
Yeah, good as well.
Viola.
Batty goal was
Yeah.
unfortunately coming to an end of his playing career after the first or second season and informed me of his intention to retire. A replacement was required to fill this 25-goal season hole, and a young Englishman by the name of James Beattie was acquired. Believe he was in the running for Golden Boot in the Premier League at the time, so hardly an unknown discovery.
He was a beast.
James
Yeah.
Beattie's got to be one of those players where Football Manager... I know he did very well,
Yeah.
but it's got to have made him
He did
seem
look
more
great
famous
as a
than he was.
youngster.
Just remembered what happens in the email. After a few seasons, I noticed multiple players requesting a transfer and unhappy identifiers against their name in the squad view page. All of the players' morale section read, extremely dislikes James Beattie.
He didn't speak Italian.
For some reason, still unknown to me to this day, Beattie had managed to get nearly the entire first team squad to dislike him, and I was forced to sell him to Man United for a cut price fee to keep the squad together. This was the beginning of the end for the Roma team I had built up at the club, and were close to bankruptcy as I discovered I was paying for Sop Campbell. I assume you mean Sol Campbell.
Never do
Harry
that.
Kewell and Christian Vieri, all 30k, all 30 plus, over 400k a
Get
week.
rid of Campbell. Easy.
Yeah, that's mad. Of course, I was unable to sell as no other team could match their wages, and my up-and-coming players were sold instead to keep the club going, and I was sacked after failing to reach Europe for the following season. Always wondered what would have happened if I'd have signed Francis Jeffers instead. Look forward to the next football Mollinger mod. Cheers, Andy. That is an amazing story.
I love the idea of James Beattie coming in and
Just
fucking it all up.
fucking ruining everything.
I've never had one player like destroy a team.
No, right?
I've had like a domino effect of failures, but I've never had it that one
I feel
player
like
makes
I only ever
everyone
get players coming in and just get upset with like their living condition, or they don't like live in there or
Yeah.
something. They never really get upset with other players too much.
Oh, so good. I love that. Right. Cardy, I don't think you've seen this one, but this is from Stuart Smith. I might pose a question to you after this.
Okay.
All right, boys.
Hello.
When you're manager of a small club, there's nothing we all enjoy more than snagging yourself a cup tie against one of the big boys.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for fans of German side Reutlingen, they won't feel that excitement anymore as a result of PTSD after facing my Bundesliga-winning Schalke side back in FM 2017.
I have not seen this email.
With the first round German Cup game being the final pre-season game before the start of the league campaign, I chose not to rotate my 11 to get some match fitness into the boys. After 9 minutes of the game, I knew I was witnessing something special. Screenshot attached. Screenshot attached for proof, because without one, I wouldn't even believe it myself. What do you think the final score of this game was? Reutlingen versus Schalke.
It's going to be mental, isn't it? 18-0.
26-0. And he breaks it down. There were 7 different scorers. 7 scorers for 26 goals.
That's mad.
2 players with double hat-tricks. 3 players with hat-tricks of assists. 58 shots, 36 of them on target. And a nice little aside, over 51,000 away fans to witness it.
That's a goal like every 200 seconds.
Yeah. And now I know that
2
this
players a double hat trick.
I know this would have won, I think, anyway, because that's fucking hilarious, and I love the screenshot attached.
Yeah.
But this final line would have won it by itself.
Oh, yeah.
Next time you draw a minnow in a cup competition, step on their fucking necks. I
tend to rotate, but there you go.
Oh, that is so funny. Those are our winners for the first episode.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a winner of the second episode?
I do.
Send us your regen stories to IGN_UKfeedback@IGN.com with the subject header, all caps if you please, it's football day. And also, don't forget to put your name and address on it, because we have to get them sent to you by Sega.
Yeah.
Terms and conditions for that are http://bit.ly/FM2020 terms.
Yeah.
All right, that's legal. I have to do that. That's probably all we got time for. We talked for ages about a load of fake
I will just
bullshit.
say, in a fortnight's time, my word, are we in for a treat.
I'm really excited. Yeah. I'm genuinely, because we should say we are not talking about this between ourselves before episodes. This is as much
you are teasing
learning.
Something that sounds very exciting, and I don't think I can deliver on the same level.
Yeah, no, you're really going to be holding up next week's one, I think, based on my current results.
Oh god. I'm ready for the backlash.
Yeah. And after that episode, over Christmas, we've got an extra little special episode because we're going to be away. So we're going to do something a bit different.
Also, sound a bit fun.
A little bit of fun.
I want to end with saying thank you to everyone who's been so nice about this as well.
It's been so cool. This is such a stupid, baffling decision from us that I'm really glad it looks from the outside like we've made a good one.
People seem to like it.
It feels so right. It feels natural. I feel like I'm being played in my natural position. I'm getting full green.
God.
Where do you play?
I am most definitely a truck artista.
Are you?
What about you, Joe? Where did you play? You were a goalie, weren't you?
I was
think
always
you've told
a
me
goalie,
before.
yeah.
I was always left.
Because I
left wing or left back.
I started. Why are we doing this? I started as a left, between the ages of 9 to 11 or 12. I was a left back.
Mm-hmm. It's a good position.
Between 12 and 14, I moved to left midfield.
Oh, Bale.
Then
he's moving up.
14 to 18, the end of school, just moved into more of an attacking, central midfield position.
You are Bale.
Had the vision.
I
was definitely more of a Van der Vaart.
Were you?
Yeah, not as mobile.
Yeah, but you never played
I could pick a
defensive
pass.
left.
You strike me as a defensive midfielder these
Really?
days. I don't know why.
I was never much of a tough tackler. I could pick a pass, so.
Cardy's got excellent ball control.
Has he? I've heard that.
I've also got a hunger
It's hunger for the ball control.
For lunch. Okay. We'll go for lunch. All right. Love you. It's football day. Bye.
Bye.
Let's have some fun. It's football day.
Welcome to the ultimate social deduction game, Blood on the Clock Tower.
The evil team must stalk the streets at night, hunting down members of the good team one by one. Meanwhile, the good team must outmaneuver the evil team using their unique abilities.
I'd like to kick things off by telling you all that I'm possibly the demon.
Our players can mislead and manipulate others with absolute freedom.
I didn't like hearing my name in the same sentence as demon. That was very upsetting for me.
Emily and I will be your storytellers, guiding you through every labyrinthian twist and turn.
How are there so many evil players in this game? What's happening?
With guests from No Rolls Barred, the Pandemonium Institute, and Oxventure, you won't be able to stop listening. Go to realmspod.com/clocktower to find out more. Nothing is as it seems in liminal London. Hidden amongst everyday people are werewolves.
You'll be the werewolf then?
Yeah, I'm Mags.
Wizards.
Montgomery Archibald Barker at your bloody service.
And those cursed by the Fey monarchs of the city.
Declan Buchanan, PI. He has quite a large pair of antlers growing out of his forehead.
Join the unlikely misfits of liminal London as they work to take down the powers that claim to rule the city.
I think the Queen doesn't like you very much.
With incredible guest players like Johnny Chiodini.
You say there's Sludge?
Yeah, Sludge. Yeah, I'm the Sludge boy.
Love Sludge Boy.
No, again, I'm not that Sludge boy.
Grant Howitt.
Isaac Newton didn't study in Putney, did he?
Who's Isaac?
Oh my god.
And Shamini Bundell.
There's a magic community.
There is.
Yay, I'm in a magic community.
Go to realmspod.com or search Realms of Peril and Glory wherever you listen to podcasts to find this mysteriously magical actual play series.